All right, ladies, this is video number 4, and we're going to start looking at the next 27 days, and we're going to look at the food list. So the food list is going to get a little more extensive in your vegetables. So we looking back and do a little recap. We're learning the science of losing weight, which is basically the foundation is eating lots of vegetables and animal products, chicken, fish, beef, etc. We went over the first 3 days. The first 3 days on the last video was very, very specific on what vegetables that you were going to eat. And you could continue to eat your chicken, your fish, your beef again. Now, let's look at the next 27 days on the lose 20 pounds in 30 days. And looking at this list, I have here the animal products. Actually, I put more animal products on there. I added turkey, lamb, shellfish, goat, as you can see there. Fish, scaly, wild caught. We went over that before. Hopefully you can get wild caught. It's not that easy finding wild caught sometimes. And if you look, it says all must be baked, broiled, or grilled, which means that there's no frying with breading. There's no frying with breading. So basically on this food list, what you see is what you can eat. And I'm going to go over that in a second because people ask me questions after I do this. What about bread and all that stuff? Whatever is on this list is what you can eat. Nothing else. We're trying to stay away from processed foods. I'm pounding this in everybody's head. Processed foods. Black women, you do not do well with processed foods. That's why you're overweight. It's the processing of the foods. Okay? Now let's look at the next thing. So now we want to deal with zero sugars, right? So obviously meats have 0 sugars. There's no sugar in meats. Any animal products, none at all. So you can eat those. If you look at the next thing here, you'll see that dairy products also have 0 sugars except for milk. Milk has a sugar in it called lactose. So I do not want anybody drinking milk. So it might have about 8 grams of sugar in some milk. So we want to stay away from milk. The rest of the dairy products you can eat. It says no more than 2 servings per day. The only reason I say that because people get constipated when they eat a lot of cheese and dairy sometimes. So watch it. And it also can be high in sodium. So watch the cheeses. You can have it, but you don't want to eat too much of it. I've had people tell me they ain't going to the bathroom in a couple days, eating too much cheese. Moving down, there's sour cream. There's half and half. Now, half and half you can have. You can put that if you drink coffee. Coffee drinkers sometimes on this program, it's tough because people like putting sugar in their coffee. So you're going to have to use half and half. And then we'll talk about another sugar substitute called stevia. It's in the program. If you download the program, you'll see me talking about explaining stevia, which is a sweetener that is not sugar. All right. So you can have dairy products. Moving on. We're going to start getting into very low levels of sugar. And those are basically the same vegetables that you had before. And all those are extremely low in sugar. Extremely low in sugar. So those are the ones, if you stick mostly with these vegetables, the weight's going to come off faster. Okay, everybody understand that? So there we go. There are your green leafy vegetables. Moving on. Again, there are very low levels of sugars in these vegetables here. Onions, radishes, celery, peppers, scallions, parsley, watercress. All these are extremely low levels of sugars. People like when I say onions, so put a lot of onions cook some onions. You can put a lot of onions on your animal products. Peppers too. Peppers are huge. When you're talking about jalapenos and green peppers, red peppers, sriracha peppers. All right. Moving on. Now we're going to expand a little more. We have low levels of sugar. It was very low levels, and now it is low levels of sugar. So these vegetables here, you could eat as much as you want, but you've got asparagus, bean sprouts, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, collards, zucchini. These are very popular vegetables, and you can go to town on them. So these are a little higher in sugar, little higher than the ones we had before, than the green leafy vegetables. Because the other vegetables, basically, I should have told you, are mostly water, a lot of water in them. So these vegetables are a little less water and a little more sugar inside these vegetables. Moving on. Here's another list. Eggplant, garlic, green beans, kale, mushrooms, okra, olives, pickles, spinach, turnip greens. All those are low levels. It's like the last list. Just a little more in sugar than the other ones. People ask me about green beans. Green beans are a little starchy. And not okra, mushrooms. That's a good thing to eat mushrooms. Mushrooms are good. They're low in sugar, especially the portobellos. Olives and pickles. Now, olives and pickles are a little different because you're going to have to go in the middle of the store and buy these. So I'm going to show you what pickles to buy and what olives to buy. Olives and pickles are drama. They add sugars to them. So we've got to pick out the olives and pickles that are organic. We're going to buy organic olives and pickles, and I will show you. Notice that spinach says organic. We're going to look at the spinach in the stores. There's a difference between the organic spinach and regular spinach. I want you to get the organic spinach. It's 50 cents to $1 more. You can afford it because you're not eating processed foods. All right, so those are the foods that have sugars in them. So remember, we're lowering your sugar so the body pulls it out. It's going to pull your fat out, and you're going to eat less sugar. Okay, now moving to fats. Fats are fats; they're not sugars. So you can have all these olive oils, and these are my favorites: olive oil, butter, coconut oil, sesame oil. These are the best fats to eat. And you notice I have butter there, no margarine. Please, no margarine. We will talk about that. On this program, no margarine. Margarine is a man-made processed food. It will put weight on you. It's cheaper, but it will put weight on you because it's full of preservatives. And we'll talk about margarine. Moving on. Condiments. Not going to go over all of them, but here's the most important thing about condiments. I told you before, you want to get individual herbs. Herbs, paprika, and onion powder, garlic. That's the kind of stuff that you want to buy in individuals. Buy individual jars of spices. So you can have all fresh herbs. Go to your garden, get as many of that as you want. So if you have these in your cabinets, you want to look to see if there's any added salts. And if it says there's natural flavorings in there. If there's in your spice, if it says natural flavorings, throw it out. I don't want you with that. Please use sea salt rather than the Morton salt. Use sea salt, please. You can have all vinegars, no balsamic, please. Actually, I should have that. No balsamic, but you can have regular vinegar. So you can put oil and vinegar on your salad if you want. Mustard. No honey or natural flavors added. So no honey mustard because that has sugar. So you want to use just regular old organic mustard. We'll look at that section. Tabasco, hot sauce, soy sauce, you can have those. There are no sugars in them. 0. Mayonnaise, you can have mayonnaise. No Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip has sugars in it. Please, no Miracle Whip. And no artificial sweeteners, Equal, NutraSweet, Splenda, none of that. It's all drama. It's man-made processed foods. You're not going to eat those. They will put weight on you. Equal, NutraSweet, and Splenda will put weight on you. None of that. Get it out of your house. If you want to lose the weight, get rid of it. Okay? Moving on to beverages. Beverages are pretty simple. Clean, purified water. Hopefully you have a filter, a Brita, anything. You can go to the machines in the stores. You can get yourself a home filter. Or you can go to the water machines like in Whole Foods, things like that. So you can go get Whole Foods, a lot of grocery stores. You get a big jug of clean water. Seltzer you can have. Seltzer would be, an example of seltzer is Perrier, and then there are store brands like regular seltzer. So Perrier, you put Perrier lemon in it. Again, the store brands. You can have seltzer water. So seltzer with the lemon would be like drinking a soda. Any type of herbal teas, do not put honey in them or sugar. Coffee, cream, or almond milk. Coffee, you can use cream or almond milk in there. No milk, please. If you have to have milk, just put a little bit in there. So we have no added sugars, no milk, no dairy creamers. Those dairy creamers are loaded with sugar. That's why they taste so good. Those are extremely, extremely processed. They will put weight on you. No non-dairy creamers. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the store again. And I'm going to go into the produce. And we're going to start looking at organics. And then we're going to go to the meat sections and we're going to look at how the meat department is separating meats that are processed and other meats that are less processed. So we're going to identify those meats in the stores. So let's go to the store and I will see you in there. I'm out. Store, and I want to show you what's going on in here. This is where you're going to be. This is your food here. Now I want to show you something. Now here are the organic foods right here. These are organic. And these are the foods that you're going to eat. I would like you to use organics, and actually purchase organics. I'm looking at them right there. There's your spinach. And here's your romaine. And here's your spring mix right here. This is all organic here. Look, at this is only $3.29 right there. See? And this organic romaine is $3.49. Here's some beans here. 2 for $7. Here's cabbage, cauliflower. You can eat all this stuff. This is where I want you to buy. Here's more organic lettuce right here, which means it's been grown in better soil. Here's your celery. It's $1.99. There's carrots. I don't really do too much with carrots. Cucumbers. So I don't like paying $1.49 for a cucumber, but I buy them anyway. All right, let's move on down. Now let's look at the difference in prices. Now look at this. The romaine over there was $3.99, and these are 2 for $6. So these are non-organic. So you're talking $1 more. But when you take out all the junk food, look at this romaine. This is less This is more money than organics. Look. Look. $3.99. Look at that. So you want to buy organics. They're the same price. Okay? They're the same price. Look at that. All this lettuce. That organic celery was $1.99. This is non-organic. And this is $1.99. Same price. So we're going to really be in this section right here. Look at these peppers. These organic peppers. Oh man, they look wonderful. $1.69 a pound. More lettuce. What are the peppers? Let's see how much the peppers are. These are, wow, these are 2 for $40, 2 for $49. Around the same price. These peppers here. A little more expensive. These are per pepper. I would buy the organic peppers anyway. So everyone, listen. It's not that expensive. And now, because you're not eating processed foods, you're not buying those, you can afford an extra $1. Okay? So let's shoot over to the meat section. The meat section right here. And we're going to look at some meats. Now look at this chicken here. This chicken here, this is some nasty chicken right here. This chicken is all drama. It's what they eat. See this? We don't want to get this type of chicken. Now this chicken is a lot less expensive right here. All this. Let's move over. Here's Purdue. Here's Purdue chicken right here. All this. I never buy Purdue chicken. Ever. Moving over. Now this chicken here, this is called smart chicken. And then here's organic smart chicken here. And these chickens, they are fed different foods. They're different foods. There's no antibiotics, and a lot of them are running around. So whatever the chickens are eating, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get drama. So it's always about what they're eating, right? Moving on, let's go over to the beef section. Down here. Now they always have beef it's how they're raising the beef. Look at this right here. See this right here? It says grass-fed beef. $6.99. It's a little more expensive, but it's better for your family. This is my girl Laura's Lean Beef. She's been around. She's in a lot of stores. Laura's Lean Beef. And that's what you want. You just got to look around. See what you have. Take your time. All right? So I would buy that. Now beef, not a lot of beef is grass-fed. Not a lot. So you just got to stop, relax, look, see what you want. Obviously a lot of people are not concerned about what the animals are eating, but we're just learning here. We're just learning. Okay? Now let's look at the fish right quick. I want to show you something. See this right here? It says wild-caught tuna, wild-caught swordfish, farm-raised salmon, wild-caught cod, farm-raised salmon, and then you've got wild-caught salmon here. And then you've got farm-raised. So I want everybody to do wild-caught. I know the earth is polluted, but you don't want to deal with farm-raised. Farm-raised is drama, okay? So that's what we want to do. We always want to get farm-raised, not farm-raised, we want to get wild-caught. All right? Sounds good? All right. I'll see you on the next video. I'm out.